Okay. Now, time to get things started. On a completely different note, Happy New Year, Senpai. Fo-fo! Here's to another great year together. I know I still have a lot to learn, but I'll do my best to improve so I can be even more help. I'm so grateful to Sion and Captain for building this new Wandering Sea Chaldea base for us. There was only so much room in the shadow border after all. Now we can relax and celebrate holidays like we used to. We can even resummon servants now that the Spirit Origin graph is connected to Trismegistus too. Right now, we're still limited to heroic spirits with well-defined Spirit Origin graph entries. But I'm hopeful we'll reach a point where we can summon as many as possible and keep them on standby. As for the servants' memories, usually heroic spirits don't carry over records of previous deeds, even if resummoned by the same mage. But in our case, it sounds like everyone registered in the graph will carry over most of their records from Chaldea. We could take Da Vinci for that. After all, we got the order from the Mage Association to dismiss the servants. We ensured our contracts with them were temporarily frozen instead of annulled. Then she meticulously engraved each and every one of their records into the Spirit Origin graph by hand. That sounds like a lot of tedious work. I was kind of taken aback when we resummoned the Orleans case team. Kiyohime immediately glomped you, which prompted Elizabeth to dropkick her. But I was relieved to see that our history together really had been preserved. It really was the work of a genius, wasn't it? A genius with no free time, with way too much free time, I'd say. Leonardo da Vinci poured both her genius and her very heart into inscribing every last servant. If it wasn't for her, we would never have been able to resummon them like this. After the incineration of humanity's situation was resolved, she worked on the graph for the entire year she served as acting director. She protected everything Dr. Roman entrusted to her, without ever losing her good cheer. Foo! 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 Alright, it's New Year's, isn't it? This is no time for such morose subjects. Well, it's been New Year for about almost 2 weeks, but yeah. Senpai, would you like to go for a walk around the base while we let Fo run down the hallways? Chaldea is officially on winter break for the next week, at Da Vinci's suggestion. Although Holmes said yesterday that it would be nice to spend New Year's dozing in an armchair. I feel that. The whole staff is enjoying a traditional New Year's meal in the cafeteria right now. New Year... Nah, that sounds great. Let's go join them. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Me, of course. Master, cooking up a traditional New Year's meal is the mark of a devoted wife. No other animals muscling on this turf. Woof. Yep, you. Everything looks so good. I can't see anything though. That's me, the super cat you can always count on. It's great to see you again, Master. That said, even this wildcat can't maintain her innocence here. Thanks to the mad note-taking skills I gained by writing down recipes, I knew what was happening with this new Chaldea in about 3 minutes. I couldn't help but cry when I woke and saw the kitchen was completely different, but that's okay. They say that the best cookware you can have is your own 2 paws. So just forget all the small stuff and celebrate New Year's. Woof! This lobster's not gonna eat itself. Oh, and have you put off checking out my animation update? What better way to kick off the new year than with a new and improved Tamo Cat? Hasn't her animation update been out for a while for us though? Yeah, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure we got it way earlier than JP got it. Good morning, Cat. The presentation is absolutely lovely. And good morning to you, Mash Cat. You're too kind, really. Please, no more compliments, or you're gonna make my paws blush. Unlike another Tom I couldn't name, this cat never neglects her daily training. She might have forgotten those hellish cooking classes and giving up on expanding her repertoire, but these years sure haven't. Oh, I've also learned that there's another evil fox going around making the rest of us Tom look bad now. So as the most charismatic of all the Tamos, it's up to me to uphold Miss Benienma's teachings. Miss Benienma. Oh, you see, that's the new 5-star. Happy New Year, everyone. Did you all have pleasant dreams? Oh, right. The first dream of the year is supposed to be on the night of January 1st, isn't it? I suppose I get a bit of ahead of myself. Haha. As you know that already know, this is Gordolf Music, the new director of Chaldea Base. Thanks for following, Senpai One-chan. But yeah, also apologize. Also, I apologize for the very basic looking alerts. But yeah, it seems that I can't really fix those at the moment. Sorry. It seems that the program's being weird on me. Anyway, yeah, back to this. Master Dice, Mash Kirillite. Wait, whoa, hold on. Mash Kirillite, you are to come to the command room to deliver your New Year's Day greeting. Quickly now, just because it's New Year's doesn't mean you have time to dilly-dally. So, is this a whaling stream? Wait till Murasaki comes out, then hopefully it doesn't become a whaling stream. Yeah, let's hope let's hope I don't have to spend too much for when Murasaki comes out. Okay. Director Gordolf wants to see us. I thought we were supposed to have the day off today. Thanks for following Mysterious Grim Reaper 666. There may be a problem that needs our attention. Let's go see what he wants, Master. Yeah, I'm actually glad Murasaki gets a lot of banners. I'm just gonna go for MP1 on her first one and try to go for MP2 when her second banner later in the year when she comes with Kintoki. I'm sure we're gonna get that one, especially since last year we got the Raiko Shuten banner. They just called it something different. I forgot what it was called in JP. Happy New Year. Here's to another great year together, guys. Right back at ya. Hehe, you made it here in good time. I commend your readiness despite the fact that it's New Year's. Happy New Year, Director Gordolf. What she said. Yeah. Kiyomafu, yeah. That was the name of the Raiko Shuten banner and what the upcoming Kintoki Murasaki banner is called, if I remember correctly. You certainly got plenty of cheer. Well, I suppose that's all you got going for you. Still, I wouldn't have it any other way. Right then, here you are. A little something to reward you for your manners. Accept it with gratitude. Benefits of being a JP role-playing on NA and JP. Yeah, I actually did consider playing JP, but that was like years ago before NA came out. And yeah, basically I don't know, I just kind of appreciate being able to actually read the games I play. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's kind of a lame reason, but yeah, I just stick with the English version because that's the one I can read. And yeah, thanks for the good luck. Hopefully I can super farm this event in just the last 4 days. Just cram 2 weeks of farming into just 4. That's how this works. Oh man, that last half of the year that JP just got, it's gonna be killer for me because I want Ibuki and I definitely want Muramasa. Yeah, there's just a whole lot of characters I want. So I guess if nothing else, this will become a whaling stream when NA gets to that point in time in 2 years. Yeah. Oh man. Maybe what is this director? Opting for dignified silence over explaining. Is this New Year's money? I hope it's not QP, because I already have close to cap on that. New Year's money. You mean the legendary ultimate spell for creating a wonderful New Year's? Now, don't get too excited. I'm told it's customary in some Asian countries to give money on New Year's. It's not something we do in my country, but I thought it would be relevant and appropriate, all things considered. You better appreciate it. Let's see how much I got. Thank you so much, Director. I promise to treasure it until the next year. That's not really what you're supposed to do with gifts like this. Money that comes easily should go easily, too. Oh yeah, Watanabe Suna looks great. Like, he has great art, and as someone that grailed Raiko, I really want to collect all the 4 Heavenly Kings. So yeah, he's definitely on my list. Then again, there are some kids who like to save their New Year's money until they finish growing up. I guess that's the category you'd fall under, huh, Ash? Indeed, it just goes to show how responsible she is. Not so the case with Dice, who's wasting no time to see how much he got. Alright, that's all I had to say. You two are free to go. Of course, I would put that money into more quartz. A lot of work to replenish calories lost, and there's a bowl of sweet bean soup with my name on it. Not so fast. The first New Year in this brand new Chaldea base, and you plan to spend it lazing about? Surely I do not need to impress upon you how important exercise is. Essential for keeping your mind sharp just as much as staying healthy. Even a moderate amount can do wonders. How long have I been playing NA? Since launch in 2017. Yeah, there have been times where I've been like, on off, but yeah, I've been keeping up with all the events. I have, at the very least, I have all the welfares NA has. Yeah, the only thing is that I haven't, there are some, like, box events that I haven't farmed quite as much as I should have. But most of my servant roster should still be pretty good enough, I would say. I started playing seriously in NA around October 2017. Yeah. I'm sometimes on off like that with FGO. Sometimes I go like super hardcore farming, hit 100 boxes in Christmas or bust. And then there are times where I'm like, I'll just do the bare minimum to get the freebie, the welfare, and just get out. Yeah, so there are times when my stock of materials are like, yeah, not the best, but I have pretty close to like cap QP, for example. Oh, hi Sion. I didn't expect to see you here. Didn't you say you had some calculations to do inside Trismegistus too? I just finished those up not too long ago. Evening, Da Vinci. Evening, Mr. Gordolf. And of course, Happy New Year, Mash and Dice. A pleasure to ring in the new year with all of you, in both friendship and experimental sense. Shion's gonna be the 6th anniversary servant. Actually, isn't the FGO anniversary in JP happen around roughly the same time as the Tsukihime remake release? I mean, you joke, but that's actually possible. Like it's unironically possible that we might get Shion as the 6th anniversary servant to commemorate the Tsukihime remake's launch. Okay, what was this? We were one to talk, seeing as how you barely even gave me a passing glance after he came back from China before holding up in that overgrown calculator. If anyone here could use some extra, surely it's you. Why don't you take a page from Captain's book and fix up the dock or something? And I will, naturally. I'll be taking my daily jog as soon as I finish telling you all about this wonderful idea I had. Yeah, the Aozaki sisters. Yeah, it'd be pretty great. I can definitely see them make a Tsukihime event around the time remake launches. Like, obviously we'd get Shiki as the welfare and I guess Arquaid as the 5-star. I don't know. She seems kind of broken though. Replace Summer for Tsukihime. I'd have mixed feelings about that. And I will naturally. I will be taking my daily jog as soon as I finish telling you all about this wonderful idea I had. Atlas Alchemist must stay in great shape. You never know when the next fighting game situation will drop. Oh, a Melty Blood reference. Fighting game situation. Yeah, it has been some months since the last one, but I would bet I can still hold my own against anyone. So what's this wonderful idea of yours? Have anything to do with what you were working on all night? It sure does. Instead of spending New Year's in the Wandering Sea, what would you say to a little ray shift experiment? Ray. You say ray shift? I did not a zero sail, but a ray shift. Like, just like you used to go to all those singularities. That's absurd. It's impossible. Ray shifting is the Animosphere's most closely guarded secret by far. What would you say? What that you would say so is all according to my calculations. The Keikaku. That reaction alone was well worth staying up all night to finish it in time. And looks like you're serious about this. It's actually possible to ray shift with this command room. Definitely, even without Chaldeus, it's possible to ray shift as long as we have Trismegistus and Shiva. And since my Paper Moon can stand in for Shiva, we should not have an issue. There is a limit to how far back we can go, as we do not have the capacity to verify existences as effectively as Chaldeus. And ray shifting is limited to singularities, not lost belts. I suppose it is inferior to Chaldeus' command room in that sense, which is super embarrassing to say as an Atlas alchemist. Please don't be. Just being able to ray shift outside of Chaldea is nothing short of amazing. ... So, where would we ray shifting to exactly? Glad you asked. As it turns out, there's a singularity happening even as we speak. Yes, even with the world completely wiped clean. We could ignore it for now, given that history being erased is a much more pressing issue. But once history is restored, any singularities we ignore now are going to come back to bite us hard. I don't like to use this phrasing, but it is rather like discovering a defect after shipping a product. So as the person in charge of security right now, I want to tackle them as proactively as they pop up. Perhaps unfortunately this singularity is tiny and rather harmless. It is as peaceful as they come. It would almost certainly disappear on its own if left alone, so it's very unlikely to cause any problems. For my part, I was hoping I could use this opportunity to capture records of you fighting. But I suppose you will just have to settle for a pleasure trip where you get to enjoy some of Japan's luscious scenery. A pleasure trip? Luscious scenery? Would this singularity happen to be... Correct, Mash. You will be ray shifting to a 21st century Japanese hot springs resort. This place seems to be just a peaceful modern day inn. No demonic beasts, no evil spirits, no bad servants, nothing. So on that note, Dice Mash, some other yet to be decided guardian. I'm counting on all of you to help me with my ray shift experiment. As for the rest of Chaldea's staff, I would like you all to show me how best to go about monitoring singularities. So that means I have to stay here and miss out on this unprecedented chance to ray shift? Yes, that is correct. We need your help here if we are to pull this off. Sorry, maybe next time. That's at low threat level or not, this is still a singularity we're talking about. So as I alluded to earlier, we'll still need one more bodyguard to accompany Mash and Dice. We should go through all the resummoned servants currently on standby and... Say no more. I overheard, Reed eavesdropped on the whole thing. If it's a pleasure trip you're talking about, then look no further. As both a capable fighter and a hot springs loving shrine maiden, Fox, I would be happy to serve as your companion. If you mean to send Master off somewhere, you'd best believe I'll have something to say about it. Weak and delicate as I may be, I'm still your beloved, and I've always loved hot springs. I'm willing to risk my life to accompany you. My humblest apologies, Master. I was unable to stop them from disturbing you. Now that matters have come to this, I have no choice but to lead the group if I am to take responsibility. Admittedly, the prospect of visiting a hot springs inn does excite me, but that is neither here nor there. Master, I swear that no harm shall come to you in this journey, for I shall be there by your side. Tamamo no Mae, I more or less expected, but Kyohime and Tomoe too? Now let us be off to the beauty that lies deep in the mountains. Let us be off to the hot springs. Talk about reassuring? Question mark. Fo. This does seem like a good opportunity to procure more data for this ray shift experiment. Very well, I will allow it. Be sure to take advantage of this opportunity, young Sion. Now then, I'm going back to my room. I can't have my sweet bean soup getting cold after all. Dice here can handle the dangerous stuff like ray shifting. Huh? Yes. Why are you looking at me as though you can't believe what you're seeing? Do I have something on my face? ... Good one, Mr. Gardolf. You kept your face so straight I almost believed you. But of course we all know you cannot have a Chaldea operation without a Chaldea commander. So please make sure you follow my calculations. After all, I did say we needed a guardian. As both the commander and the mage with the highest seniority, you need to step up and lead by example. Fortunately, your ray shifting affinity is more than enough to pass. Better than I expected even. There's no reason for you not to go along, and no time to argue the point. Especially since I already entered all three of you into Trismegistus. Spiritron conversion calculations complete. Initiating experimental ray shift countdown. Destination, Japan, 2014. Existence verification. Targets, dice. Mash Kyrielite. Gordolf music. You really did include me? Oh, hold there, Sion. How am I supposed to communicate? My Japanese is terrible. And more importantly, what about my bodyguards? I'll need servants to keep me safe too, you know. Not to worry, I already made arrangements. There was a Celtic hero who volunteered his services after I explained this ray shift's destination. Heh, is there anyone whose heart do not flutter at the prospect of visiting a beautiful eastern resort? I think not. What's more, I'm told of beautiful women looking to heal their broken hearts in the hot spring's soothing waters, like salmon returning home to spawn. After hearing all that, how could I possibly refuse? Haha, rest assured, Gordolf music, you'll be safe with me. I, Fionn MacCamail, I think I messed up his name, will be taking part in this mission entirely out of the goodness of my heart. Oh ho, I would expect nothing less from the savior of Erin, my lord. If you are setting off for unknown lands, then I shall be there every step of the way, sword in hand. Who are you two, and why are you both so unreasonably handsome? Is this some kind of prank? This is Japan we're talking about, right? Kimonos, sushi, that sort of thing? Wasn't there anyone else who could have fit the bill better? Sorry, there was an archer and a couple berserkers I thought would fit, but they seemed unable to ray shift there for some reason. Anyway, now that you're all here, hurry up and get to the coffins. Unlocking coffin bolts. All passengers, please make your way inside within 2 minutes. There's a lot I'd like to say here, but alright, I'll help you. After all, I can't deny that being able to ray shift again would be a huge boon to us. Take care of Mash and Dice for me, Gordy. Make sure you enjoy the hot springs enough to make up for those of us who can't go. I can't wait to hear all about them when you get back. Right. Okay then, see you later, Da Vinci. Stop pushing. I'll get in the damn coffin already. Sorry about that. I'm just excited to get going. And since we can't go if you don't ray shift, well, you see the conundrum here? Don't you agree with me, dear Mud? There's not a moment of fun to lose. Yes, my lord, rest assured, I will take care of any mountain beasts that threaten our trip. With moral talk and bagel talk at my side, I am a demon boar slaying machine. The perfect manly man. Come on, master, let's hurry. Sion said we'd be ray shifting to a modern day hot springs inn. That can only mean a vast buffet of locally grown delicacies, a sauna, a sandbath, and a beauty salon. It is said the first day of January sets the tone for the rest of the year, so let's start this off right. See you later, Da Vinci. Good, I see you're all in your coffins. Okay, releasing the final safety lock, and done. Novum Chaldea's first official race shift is now underway. Starting unsummoned program. Commencing Spiritron conversion. Race shift begins in 3, 2, 1. All systems are go. Commence and test. Grand order. Hey, that's the title of the game. Okay, let's see here. What do you got? Okay, I'll just go with this. I guess I'll just filter for the event bonus. And no. Yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter this early. So I'll just do this. No. No. Guess I'll go with that. Put you. And yeah, you in the back. Actually, no. You in the back. You there. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, that works. Sparrows and Daily report records of Enmete's prosperity. Section 1. Directored away. Oh, I got it like spirited away. Ew, it looks like we're here. I'm glad we didn't end up falling from a great height again. Is this some kind of mountain valley? Oh. No bus stop anywhere, let alone a fancy hotel. Looks like nothing but woods in all directions. Indeed, I see no sign of resort lodgings Lady Sion told us about anywhere. I don't care about the hotel as long as I'm with Master, but it is odd that there isn't even a road. Does that mean she deceived us? Hang on. Looks like it's just us here. I don't see Director Gordolf or Dearmud or Fionn McConnell. Me neither. I don't even sense them anywhere nearby. We've clearly gotten separated from each other. It's the first time we've race shifted with these facilities, right? Maybe they accidentally ended up at a different destination than we did. This is an emergency. I'll contact Chaldea right now and oh no, I just realized I don't have any means of contacting Chaldea from here. Ciel never gave us anything. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do now, senpai? Something tells me Sion's not used to working with people. Yeah, it sounds about right. Easy there, don't get yourself worked up. Director Gordolf's the one with the comms device, remember? It's unfortunate that we're currently separated from him, but don't worry, I'll take care of that. First we got out a peck of rice, and hey ho, where do the winds blow? Separated, the one you seek is not far. Encounter, before the day is out. And there's our fortune. So you see, there's nothing to worry about, Mash. I'm impressed, Taamo. True, if Director Gordolf is close, then we can meet up soon. We should be fine. Given that Lord Fionn is nowhere to be seen, it would seem safe to assume he is still with Lord Gordolf. I suggest we trust in Lord Fionn and Lord Diarmud's battle prowess and continue on our way. What's more, there's a brook here. When one's lost in the mountains, one cannot go wrong following water. What do you say, Master? Shall we see if we can reach the top of this mountain? Yeah, let's go up. Wait, did you hear that? That was a cry for help, I'm sure of it. It's just like the sound Master makes whenever he runs away from me. You mean she knew all along? I agree, it could be Director Gordolf. Chirp, chirp, please stop, you're hurting me. Chirp, this tofu is Mr. Tiger's dinner. Chirp, you monkeys can't have any. Ook eek, ook eek. It appears to be an adorably plump sparrow. It's surrounded by a pack of monkeys, and not just any monkeys either. They're enveloped in some kind of demonic power. I expect they're probably monsters in disguise. Dot dot dot. I'm not sure why, but there's something about that sparrow that makes my blood pressure rise. But I can worry about that later. What would you have us do, Master? We need to save that thing that looks like a sparrow. Naturally, I don't know where these demonic monkeys come from, but I will not let them gang up on a helpless sparrow. Perhaps it was fate that brought us together. Come, pleasure trip crew, let us render our aid. Alright, first battle. Let's see. I think it's all berserkers, so not sure how good Dantes will be here, but I could try. Oh, just one? Okay. Okay. That we do that. Alright. Actually just barely managed to reach 49% for the loop if one were to occur. Yeah. Kinda goes to show you that trying to farm berserkers with Dantes probably not the best idea. Especially since I only have NP1. Okay. And the winner is Kiyohime. Compared to the bond Master and I shared, those monkeys were hardly worth my notice. Chirp, thank you so much. Chirp, I can't tell you how grateful I am. You must be famous, Chirp, powerful gods to chase away monkeys like that. You come here from Izumo to soak in the hot springs? Chirp, that's certainly the impression I get from the fox lady. Chirp, are you a friend of the magistrate's tiger, perhaps? Eat the things that are weaker than you. That's the impression I get of the fox lady, Chirp. Fo, fo, fo. How rude. I'll have you know I'm not gonna eat you, nor do I have any tigers or monkeys among my friends. More important, did you just say hot springs? You wouldn't happen to work at a hotel, would you? Hotel? Chirp, what's a hotel? She simply wishes to know if there's an inn nearby, as I do. Oh, an inn. Then, Chirp, you are guests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chirp, chirp. 5 new guests. The madam's gonna be thrilled. We're gonna make a bundle. Oh, wait, may I ask where you are all from? Because we don't accept gang members. Chirp, chirp. If you mean to stay at our inn for the purpose of testing your skills, collecting materials, or property destruction, then I can't show you the way, Chirp. Testing our skills? That sounds straight out of an RPG side quest. Master, just to confirm, this is a pleasure trip, right? We're not here to repair Singularity, right? I sure didn't hear anything about repairing. Right, Shion even said that we could leave the Singularity alone without a problem. This time we're only here for sightseeing and recreation, not fighting. Wonderful. It would be quite a mood killer if we had to spill blood on our pleasure trip after all. Little Sparrow, while we do carry dark secrets, we are still ardent followers of the way of the Buddha. You may show us to your inn, assured in the knowledge that none of us are damned or cursed. Chirp, chirp. In that case, I'd be happy to take you there. It's the least I could do to thank you for saving my life. The sparrow question mark just spread its wings and flew off. Although it's flying so close to the ground that it doesn't seem any faster than walking. At least we should be able to keep up with it without too much trouble. Sparrow apprentice. Something's snagging at me, but I can't put my finger on it. Never mind that now. Come on, we need to follow it. Rescuing an employee of the inn we'll be staying at bodes well for the rest of our trip. If we play our cards right, we might even get to stay in a suite for free. Maybe you're just oblivious to it thanks to your natural optimism, Kiyohime. But I've had shivers going down my tail for a while now. We're almost there. Chirp, not much farther now. Once you pass the bounded field around the forest, chirp, you'll be able to see much farther around you. Almost there. Wow. This is incredible. I've never seen such a magnificent building built on top of a mountain like this. So this is what a Japanese hot springs inn is like. I'm genuinely at a loss for words. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Please tell me this isn't what I think it is. Chirp, chirp. Honored guests, this is the most extraordinary resort in Buddhist hell, where weary spirits can rest and recuperate in our secret waters. While we have a branch location throughout the world, this is still our original place where humans are spirited away. Welcome, Chirp Chirp, to Japan's one and only Enmate, run by Madame Benienma herself. Yeah, I knew it! Chirp! Only bring these. Really? But I could bring the others. Oh well, okay. Clear all. Just gonna... Right here. You will be going all the way in the back. Let's see... wait, hold on. That. Yeah, like that. You. I want you. And, you, I guess. Yeah, that. I want that. And I guess I'll get rid of that. Give you that. And no, I don't want level, I want rarity. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't have enough for this. Okay. Yeah, okay. I got you. Mystic code. Wait, what did this one do again? Increase all allies MP strength, increase MP gauge and stars, increase max HP. I think I'll just keep leveling this one. Yeah, not done with 2004. Don't really get too many opportunities to use it. I'll show you inside now. Chirp, right this way, please. Thank you, Sparrow. If you don't mind my asking, could you tell us your name, please? Chirp, chirp, my name, it's Toshi. No, I can't do that all the time. You really call me by my name? Chirp, are you benevolent gods? No, we're not, Chirp. I see, Chirp. Then you're lost humans who wandered here by mistake, since gods don't like using names. It's a pleasure to meet you, Toshi. I've never been to an inn before, so this is all very exciting to me. Hold it, just stop right there. Lady Mash, Lord Dice, can you really not see how incredibly suspicious this building is? I mean, just look at it. It defies the laws of architecture. You just know it's going to be full of monsters and demons. We know the ray shift experiment worked now, right? So how about we turn around and go back home right now? I agree, please, teacher. Don't give this unworthy one any more I mean, this inn is obviously too rich for our blood, so we best look for another. Isn't that right, Kyohime? Hey, please forgive me. Kyohime's sweating like crazy. It's as though she's suffering from a severe PTSD flashback. That's oddly specific. Oh, this is gonna be good. No, don't do it! Madam, madam, chirp chirp, I brought new guests back with me. I saw the report, chirp. Now, go bring the tofu to the kitchen. Welcome to the Enmate, chirp, honored guests. The Enmate is a hot springs inn where all inhuman creatures are equally welcome, a place humans can only find by losing their way. I'm Benny Enma, the tongue-cut sparrow and the inn's proprietress. On behalf of the entire Enmate, chirp, I thank you for the kind rescue of one of our sparrows. Benny Enma, the tongue-cut sparrow. What a powerful spirit origin. Would you happen to be a servant? Servant? I make sure our guests have great service, but that's all, chirp. I'm allowed to be here as a heroic spirit, but I'm technically just another tormentor demon of hell. I used to help Mother with children's limbo, chirp, but one thing led to another and eventually took over Enmate. Now my job is to look after the guests who visit the Enmate. First, you three, chirp, front and center. Yes, ma'am. It's good to see you again, Miss Benny Enma. I haven't seen you since you visited the Throne of Heroes to teach your traveling class, so it's so good to see you haven't changed a bit. Ho ho. Come to think of it, I do believe that I heard you were running an inn now, so I'm so very, very pleased to run into you again like this. Ho ho ho. I still remember all the many secret techniques you taught me, teacher. So please rest assured that there's no need to test me on them again. Really, none whatsoever. Ho 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 ho. What's with the look just now, Tomoe? Chirp, I don't recall teaching your secret techniques. You had a long way to go just to master the basics. Have you eliminated the bad habits in your prep time? Yes, of course. It's just like you taught me. The rinse raw veggies well to instantly bring out their flavor. In a way, I suppose that's impressive. I guess a little rinse is all it takes to make anything edible for you. Boar meat, tree roots, rock salt, you would just dump it all on the plate as is. Chirp chirp, perhaps you should consider renaming that dish to raw gozen. Oh right, I'm sorry, before I serve, I should cut everything in half so it's easier to eat. ... You already know them, Benny Enma? Chirp, I'm sorry, where are my manners? You must be Mr. Dice and Miss Smash, my sparrow told me about. You two are free to go on to the dining room. We sparrows never forget a good deed. But not you three. Though our time together may have been limited, you are still my pupils. As such, I must see for myself just how far your skills have come. She just took out a katana. No, that's Enjaku Batojutsu, first form. Enjaku Batojutsu. Its full name is actually Enjaku Saiho Batojutsu. It means Hell Sparrow Suing Sword Drawing Technique. It's not clear whether she became an expert sword sparrow thanks to her cooking or an expert chef thanks to her swordsmanship. But the bottom line is that Miss Benny Enma's Batojutsu is so fearsome it's enough to make even the King of Hell, the Supreme Judge's hair stand on end. Chirp, stop your chatter and come at me. One skill in the kitchen manifests in the body. I can measure how good you are by seeing how you move. Now, come. Chirp, demonstrate just how much you've improved. Okay. So I'm guessing it's just her alone. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's why I brought single target. Okay, let's see. 500 something HP. Guess I'll do this. What did this do again? Okay, it's not important. No, that's not important now. This on your hand is important. Guess I'll get rid of that. And might as well. And that too. Okay. I actually can't remember if I've ever. I can't remember if I've ever used Tomo in battle before this. Oh, it's going super slow. Yep, I've actually never used it before. Yeah. Yeah, my go-to archer is usually Fujino, so yeah. Usually don't really have much of a reason to go for any others. She gets the job done pretty well. Let's see. Okay, yeah, she's evading. How long is that? One turn? Yeah, one turn. Okay, so yeah. Might as well, it doesn't matter. You like attack her a bit more so she can hit 50%. Welp. Just need a little more to hit the crit, 100% crit. There we go. Let's see how much I take out there. Okay. Clearly wasn't enough. Okay, now she hits 50. Okay. There we go. Yeah, should do it. Doesn't have the buffs, but it should be fine. Just put up the guts just in case she targets her. Because it doesn't really matter. She's evading and one of those two is gonna die. Okay. That's a super elaborate MP animation. Okay, yeah. At least now I have the thing about Fujino is that if I had her up front, I probably would have beaten her faster. On account of having a sure hit. Anyway, moving on. Everything darkens. Pathetic. This is Chirp. Absolutely pathetic, Tamil. There's not a hint of spice in this entire meal. You may have converted the basic food groups, but it's the same boring meal everyone's seen before, Chirp. You realize in the middle of cooking that you used ingredients your master couldn't eat, so you took the ones set aside for tomorrow, am I right? Cheap. I see you cut your ingredients smaller than usual. It's obvious you burned them because you couldn't tell when they were done. How shameful, thinking you know all there is about cooking as soon as you reach the intermediate level. This would never happen if you had been more careful in the prep stage. A failure to manage ingredients before you even get to the cooking, Chirp. In warfare terms, your army was routed because you failed to supply them properly. Now every last one of your infinite imaginary future masters that might have existed in parallel worlds has been slain. Chirp. I can't believe it. What have I done? There's barely any color to these greens. You forgot to blanch them after boiling them, didn't you? Cheap, these yams and pumpkins are falling apart from being overcooked. And what were you thinking, cutting the vegetables into shapes? Trying to be cute? Most egregiously, you were supposed to cook fish for your assignment, but I see none. The parasite popped up while you were cleaning the fish, so you set the whole thing alight with your dragon flames, am I right? How many times must I tell you to leave your fire at the kitchen door? Chirp, if you're going to roast a fish, at least make sure to dress it properly first. As for seasoning, you can add them without measuring only once you're on the same level as Tamo. You must measure your teaspoons and tablespoons properly. Yes, ma'am. I promise to take your advice to heart. To Horn. That's a new one. Reading the recipe in the middle of cooking, using whatever's at hand to substitute missing seasonings. Thinking you can just triple the cooking temperature to cook a 10-minute recipe in a third of the time. Chirp, I haven't seen a student try so hard to create a fool's dish in a long time, Tomoe Gozen. You will get no mercy from me whatsoever. These horns of the battlefield you prize so greatly have no place in the kitchen. I don't understand why you're so upset, but whatever it is, I'm very sorry. I promise I'll do better with the next dish. Probably as long as I keep cooking. I'm sure one of them will turn out eventually. It's been quite some time since you all completed my 60-day home economics class. I was hoping you would have improved somewhat, but it seems to have been a foolish thing to hope for. We're so sorry about ugly crying. Still, it's not all bad news, Chirp Chirp. It looks like you've been diligently applying yourself, Tomo. Chirp, if nothing else, you can now more than hold your own in the kitchen. I'll even give you full points for both taste and presentation, but be careful not to make it too fancy. That's just misusing your feelings. Love should be used as a spice, not the main course. The most important thing is to make sure your master stays healthy, Chirp Chirp. Kiyohime, your hands are so smooth. Do you hate washing them with cold winter water that much? You can't shirk from water, fire dragon or not, Chirp, if you're gonna cook a full meal of love. There are plenty of great gloves these days, and the culinary arts never stopped advancing. You should pay more attention to your tools. Chirp Chirp, you are as good with heat control as I expected. I'm glad to see you're improving yourself. Oh my, thank you, teacher. It's so nice of you to praise me in front of master. As for you, Tomoe. Yes, teacher, I'm ready and eager to hear your words of guidance and encouragement. Please tell me, just how have I improved since we last parted ways? I wonder, where do you get all that confidence from? It's as though you see ingredients as little more than an enemy general to be vanquished. Chirp, I'll be reteaching you everything from scratch later. I suppose we'll have to start by developing your palate. Your palate. Yeah. The fact that your meals are so rough around the edges shows that your palate has become dull. The only flavors you can taste are from modern day snack foods, am I right? How did she know? I have become decent at making confections by following recipes, but I just cannot handle normal human meals. Alright, that's enough of that. Thanks for waiting, Dyson Mash. Your meal should be ready by now. Chirp, so let me show you to the dining hall. You're our first new guest in a long time, so I promise we'll do all we can to make your stay a pleasant one. Yeah, let's see. I see, so Earth was turned into an endless white after you restored humanity. I knew the human realm was tumultuous, but that's well beyond anything I could have imagined. And you Chaldeans are trying to set things right. That's a huge responsibility for someone so young. I'm impressed. Cheap. The Enmate is primarily an inn for gods. We don't usually let humans stay here very long. But since you two have found your way here by accident, I can't turn you away now. I can't leave the Enmate myself, Chirp, but I'll do whatever I can to ensure you have a pleasurable time. Here, help yourselves to this freshly caught yellowtail sashimi. We also have Japanese searfish broiled with miso and yuzu, if you'd like some. Don't mind if I do. This is really happening, isn't it? I really am having a meal in a Japanese-style dining room with tatami mats and everything. The storied architectures, the fresh, colorful, delicious food wrapped in timeless tradition. Now I know how Urashima Taro felt. I'm comfortable declaring this to be the tamatebako of dining. Fo. Indeed. I can't remember the last time anyone ate in the Enmate's dining room. And for those latest someones to be either fallen gods nor monsters claiming to be gods, but humans. Well, I've never heard of such a thing. Ho ho ho, life certainly is full of surprises, isn't it? Haven't seen the madame have this much fun in ages. Who are you? And where'd you come from? Don't you know how rude it is to try to take food off of someone else's plate? I only did so in jest, I assure you. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Money-Eyed Monkey. It's been 500 years now since I first came to En Mate. I enjoyed it so much I extended my stay. Before I knew, I had mysteriously forgotten the way back to where I came from. I am but an oddball that decided to live here. Suffice to say, I am a guest at this inn, just like you. Or at least I will be until my wallet runs empty. I suppose that's one way of putting it. What actually happened was he used all the money he had to pay for 500 centuries of accommodations up front, all because he didn't want to work anymore. So I wouldn't say he forgot the way home so much as he irresponsibly decided to begin his retirement early. Oh, have you ever cared for a bunch of monkeys before? It's an exhausting endeavor, I assure you. They only ever do whatever they feel like and leave anything difficult for someone else to take care of. I had more than enough for that for one lifetime, so now I would like to live out the rest of my days in peace here at the En Mate. Now come, let me put up a cushion and join you as a fellow guest. Here, young Oni, would you care for a glass of Sparrow's Dance, En Mate's famous local wine? Oh ho ho, done it all in one gulp, and it's just like dying and going to heaven. No thank you, I never drink while I'm on duty, and besides, I have no tolerance. More importantly, did you say you used to take care of monkeys? We ran into a group of demonic monkeys attacking a sparrow on the way here. Are they the ones you... Them? Perish the thought. Those demonic monkeys and I may as well be different species altogether. Those foul apes have been making all sorts of trouble in and around the En Mate as of late. They steal from the... Hold on. Okay, so... They steal food from the pantry and valuables from the vault. They attack any sparrow they come across in the mountains. It's chaos. As a fellow monkey, I did try to lecture them on the error of their ways, but to no avail. They simply ran off again, not even sparing me so much as a glance. Would you please not speak of this, Money-Eyed Monkey? I'm trying to make our guests feel welcome. Oh yes, of course. I do beg your pardon. If I hadn't said anything, madam, you would never have brought it up. Poor taste though it may be, I feel it is important to know what's been taking place. Besides, these fine people seem capable of handling themselves in a fight. I imagine they must be quite accustomed to performing good deeds on their travels. Isn't that right, Miss Fox Courtesan? Surely you must be a famous divine spirit, no? Stop it, I'm just your everyday beautiful shrine maiden Fox, a hero who has never been in a fight in her life. If the inn has problems, the inn employees can handle them. We're just here to relax and have fun. We're not looking for any trouble. We're not even here to repair this singularity. I see you're still just as assertive when you need to be, Tamo. Cheap, she's right, Money-Eyed Monkey. I'll take care of the demonic monkeys once I have some spare time, so please be patient until then. I see. I was hoping to make your life at least a little easier, seeing as how you already work too much as it is, but I don't work that hard at all. I enjoy myself each and every day thanks to the other sparrows. Now, never mind at all. Would you like another helping, Mr. Dice, Miss Smash? It was the fate that brought you here. I'd love to hear more stories about the outside world. Madame. Chirp, what's going on? Bandits in the shrine. Chirp. There are 3 bandits raiding the tribute hall even as we speak. They're saying they're from a place called Chaldea. Chirp. Yeah. Oh, I knew I smelled something good this way. Feast your eyes, gentlemen. A veritable mountain of meat, fish, wine, and fruit, along with fixtures I don't quite recognize. What else could this be but a feast prepared in our honor? What do you think we should do, dear Mud? Munch. This fish is good. Really good. There's plenty of fat, and it's salted to perfection. I need to something to wash it down. Glug. He's already digging in. This saber deer mud's practically overflowing with vitality. Whoa, both of you, hold it right there. I know we've been lost in the mountains for 3 days ever since we race shifted here. Since I lost the communicator Sion gave me, we're all physically and mentally exhausted, and our magical energy is just about gone. As such, I can understand why you would enter a building that's appeared right before our eyes without a second thought. Especially since nobody responded when we called out, and the back door was already open. And believe me, I want to jump in and feast on this mountain of delicacies we now see before us as much as you. But even so, don't you think it's very likely this banquet is distinctly not meant for us? It might be the kind of enchantment food you can't put down until you realize you've turned into a pig. Haha, this is delicious. I can't put it down. Here, Fionn Macamael, you must try this. This is ramen noodles served with stewed pork. I learned about it in Chaldea, and this pork and veggies stir fry. I had this in Chaldea too. I don't know about this. It's not that I'm being overly cautious like Gordolf, but come now, surely there's nothing for the captain of the Knights of Fianna to fear. Here you go. Pork is highly nutritious, easy to digest, and goes well with all sorts of things. As ingredients go, it's a solid B in every aspect. Go on then, eat. Chomping away. Eat it, guzzling wine. It tastes so good you'll forget all about everything else. You know, my lord, I've thought for a long time now that you have a tendency to overthink things. We Celts don't need to think. We merely need to act. Now go on. Go on. Well, if you insist that much, I suppose I can't refuse. Alright, I'll have some. What the? I've never tasted anything like it. These ingredients are impossibly sublime. This is bad. It's so good I can't stop. My thumb's warning me this is dangerous, but I can't stop. There's no exaggeration to say that there's something divine in this flavor. It can't possibly be evil. Dearmud, I would next like to try that sumptuous looking dish over there. Yes, that's it. The great big roast bird with its wings fully spread out. Perhaps it's a phoenix. Whatever it is, it's clearly been cooked to golden brown perfection. Would you get me some? Of course, the more you dig through this mountain of treats, the more unusual delicacies you find. No, the heavens shall wreak terrible vengeance upon us. I had no idea ray ships were so dangerous. Now, hold it together, Gordolf. Staying cool under pressure is the mark of a capable commander. You're a mage, aren't you? Then you can take stock of this building and determine your current situation. First, there's this mountain of food, and a box with holy grail-like power emanating from the inside. This gotta be an offering to divine spirits, a relic that acts as the very heart of this building. Not to mention that disturbing magical energy flowing into the box every time those two eat something. What if the box ends up exploding? It certainly wouldn't be the first sort of engine trouble I've encountered. I say, you two. That's quite enough. Stop this at once, before you put my life in further danger. Here, I'll give you this beef jerky I've been holding onto as a secret last resort. So stop eating that food and fill yourselves up on this. I'm too late. They've both gone full wild man Celt. How does that boy manage to keep them in check? That does it. I'm getting out of here. I need to at least save myself while we're going to. Oh, what's this? Do we have a new faces getting a jump on the rest of us? A human with a couple of heroic spirits at that. As I live and breed. Who are you? And what do you get behind me? Me? Why, I'm Chief Snake. Don't tell me you've never heard of the Enmate's 3 famous freeloaders. There's no problem. I just came down here to sneak a teensy bit for myself. And lucky me, now I get to drink while feasting my eyes on these luscious hunks. 2 luscious hunks. How about you, Han? Maybe you're not hungry, but surely you can have a drink or two. No, does that mean it's alright to eat this food? You're sure it's not poisoned? We won't be cursed or punished by gods? Of course not, silly man. All that matters is that the offering's been offered up. The rules say that anyone can eat anything once a day has passed, you know? Although there is something strange about the offerings box. This could be pretty bad, in fact. It might have some not so good stuff built up inside it. Could be really bad for those two if it blows up, you know? Yes, I was just thinking the same thing. What would you do, Chief Snake, or whatever your name was? Me? Why, I'm just some little old snake charmer. I don't know much about this sort of thing at all. Still, if it's about to blow up, wouldn't it make sense to open the lid? That's it. I thought you weren't normally supposed to keep things of that sort closed, but I suppose they do things differently in Japan. Good to know. In that case, I have this well in hand. All I have to do is open the lid, you say? Hup! A brilliant 10-point landing for the commander. And now, the opening. Bahaha! And now, all's right with the world. Now I can dive into these pile of foods with no reservations. Lancer, make sure you save some of that roast phoenix for... Okay, so there's that clearly happening. Now the box is glowing. Does that mean I'm gonna end up turned into a pig after all? Director Gordolf. Oh, yes. Oh, but isn't Dice and Mash Kyrielite? I see, so you two are alright. Too. I mean, I had a feeling that was the case, but still. Can we catch up later? What the hell happened here? Plates of food scattered everywhere, divine aura fading from this room as we speak. Are you the bandits that broke into the Enmate? Gasp! How deeply embarrassing to think I lost control due to such overwhelmingly bright light. It must have been some ancient curse overflowing with life and vitality. Not even a servant could take it head on and emerge unscathed. How are you faring, Dearmud? My eyes are still recovering, my lord, but I am otherwise unfazed. It helps that I feel nice and full right now, for some reason. Nonetheless, I must apologize for my actions. Lord Gordolf did warn us, but the food was just... And then when the box started to glow, some fish got caught in my throat. I think I get the gist now. You mean to tell us you all barged in here uninvited and helped yourselves to the offerings? Not to mention messed with the offerings box too. That's... Dot dot dot. Well, if you only look at the outcome, then yes, I suppose that's right. Indeed, I did open that box. An offering box, you said it was? Whatever it's called, I sense something wicked lurking within. So in order to protect these two, as well as my own safety, I opened it up to vent some of its pressure. Yeah, right. Surely there can't be any issue. As you can see, we are all uninjured and remain distinctly human. As for the food, I will of course be happy to apologize and to compensate for the loss as best as I can with the funds currently available to me. What do you think, Madame? Cheap cheap, is that okay? Sadly no, it'll take more than an apology to solve this problem, Chirp. You have no idea what you've all done. What is it, young lady? I'm strange. Despite her stature, she's just as imposing as my head maid. Who is this young lady, Dice? She's the proprietress of this inn. She is? Then the tiny madame really does exist. Never mind me, Chirp. Right now, I need to tell you all about the tribute hall. So listen up. This hall is the head of the Enmate. It is dedicated to all the different Shinto gods. Whenever a guest finishes a stay here and goes home, it's customary for them to deposit their gratitude into the box. Chirp. Now do you understand? That box contained every thank you we've collected the previous year. The box contained gratitude. Wait, you mean that? Hyohime, shush. She's obviously talking about cold hard QP. Don't make her spell it. Well, some customers are certainly more grateful than others, but generally Tamamo was right, cheap cheap. Once we've collected a year's worth of gratitude, it's then customary to convert it with ritual prayers and offer it up to the gods of Izumo so that the next year will be safe and peaceful. But now that you Chaldeans have set it free, Chirp, we can't let you leave. Oh, why is that? Because if we do, the gods will end up punishing you. There are 2 weeks to go until the offering day. If you can't replenish your gratitude that escaped by then, you'll all be turned into pigs. Chirp. That's how long the event lasts. I knew it. This is all so sudden that I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it, but let me see if I have this straight. Mr. Gordolf released the magical energy that you planned to offer up to the gods in 2 weeks. So now we need to store up the year's worth of gratitude that was lost before those 2 weeks are up. That's right. Believe me, Cheap, I understand that it's a lot of tasks. I'm afraid that there's little I can do to help gather the gratitude you lost. It must be gathered by those who lost it and were cursed in the first place. If you don't want to turn to pigs, you'll need to find a way to fill the offerings box up again. I see. So we need to recover last year's worth of gratitude in the span of 2 weeks. Surely that's not even possible. Isn't that well out of the bounds of what my limited funds could cover? Besides, How are we supposed to fill an offering box with gratitude? Do we need to polish it every morning with a song in our heart or something? However you fill it up is up to you, Chirp. All I can say is this. Work! Gratitude is collected from all living things staying at the Enmate each and every day. If you all work here, you may be able to increase the amount of gratitude by ensuring the other guests are happy and satisfied. Miss Benny and Ma, when you say you all, does that include us? Of course, if you don't do something, every Chaldean will end up a pig. Chirp, chirp. That goes for you, Dice. Oh. Dice, Mash, the Oni, the dragon, you all turn into pigs together. Senpai too? She said you too, Mash. Chirp, chirp, you are our first new guests in a long while, so of course I never wanted this to happen. However, I cannot pay my employees with sympathy. Therefore, as a tormentor demon of hell, I'll be as ruthless as I must. Toshi, show our new guests to their rooms. Chirp, we can at least let them stay in the nicer ones. Well, everyone, whether you all spend the next 2 weeks as guests or employees is something you'll need to decide for yourselves. Now, if you excuse me, I need to get back to our other guests. You decide to work, just let one of the sparrows know. Tell them the other servants can at least chop firewood if nothing else. Cheap. This is quite a pickle to start the new year off with, it, isn't it, Dice? Still, we're all on the same team here. We'll say we all work together to make the best of it. Biting tongue and all sorts of things. You okay with this, Mash? Of course, putting the circumstances that led to it aside, I think this will be a wonderful experience. I can't imagine anything more fun than working at a hot springs together with you, Senpai. Well, fun, I guess. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Okay, 0 AP. Records of the Enmate's prosperity. Sparrow is in. Daily report. Section 2. Casually lending a hand. Here you are, the Sparrow's Hall, Chirp. Sparrow Hall, Chirp. This is where Mr. Dice and Miss Mash will be staying. I hope you'll find it to your liking, Chirp. Don't worry, Chirp, Chirp. We'll lock the doors tight when it's bedtime. Madame Benny insists that men and women only sleep side by side once they're happily married, Chirp. Yes, of course, Chirp. You know what? Everything else aside. Yes, Senpai, it's absolutely beautiful here. Look, we can see the entire mountain range from our window. Hi there, neighbor. I just stopped by to say hi from the Kingfisher Hall next door. That must be Tamo. Kyohime and Tomo. Come on in. Don't mind if we do. So you guys have a corner room. Wow, and I thought the view was good from our room. It would seem a bit larger than ours as well. I always thought Miss Benny and I hated humans, but perhaps I was mistaken. Hot springs in. Food that grants stamina. Out in the mountains with nothing better to do. It's bound to only be a matter of time before one thing leads to another. What a wonderful place. Alright, that's enough of that, Kyohime. We have a serious job to do here, remember? And if we don't do it right, Master and Mash are gonna pay the price just as much as we are. This is the Sparrow room, yes? It's me, Gordolf. We're coming in. Oh ho! I see this room has quite a lot of charm as well. There's a warmth I sense to these Japanese inns I rather like. Good to see. Good, you're all here. Seems we're right to come this way, my lord. Indeed, we first thought we would go for a dip in the hot springs we heard so much about, but sadly they're closed right now. So instead we decided to come here and figure out our strategy. It would seem there is more to this inn than meets the eye. So you've all been to see your rooms then. Let's see, I think there was... There, I found it. Here you go, I tried to make some tea with the leaves and teapot that came with the room. They even have banyu to go with it. Why, thank you, demi-servant. Very considerate. My maids could learn a thing or two from you. Oh, hi, Kestrel 1992. Just here squeezing about 2 weeks worth of farming into the 4 days. So no pressure. Oh, but we mustn't let ourselves get sidetracked. The situation is most dire. What now? What can we do? I may be an eminently capable commander, but this is a foreign land. Not to mention, I'm still thrilled to be at a hot springs inn for the first time in my life. How am I? Doing fine, I guess. Just, you know, playing video games super late. Real gamer hours. Yeah, just doing fine. Doing fine. All things considered. Can't even begin to imagine how one might go about collecting gratitude. You have any ideas, Tomoe? I'm afraid not. What about you, Tomo? Perhaps you know something that could help us. This sort of thing isn't really my field of expertise, so I can't be 100% sure. But I think we should start with odd jobs like Miss Benienma said. None of us are artisans, and we don't know the first thing about running an inn. So I say we start by finding tasks we know we can handle without a problem. That'll help us naturally get to know the inn's inner workings in terms of both layout and policies. As long as we do that, it won't be long before we know what we can do and what we want to do. So on that note, here you go, Master. Are these mystic codes? But there's something different about them. Senpai, these are yukata, traditional hot springs inn uniforms. I've always wanted to try one on. That's right, I thought you might need them, so I asked Miss Benny if I could spare some. It's a bit of a rush job, but I used mixing my Shinto and curse powers, and of course the power of my love, to perfectly alter it to your size. Hey, no fair, Tomo. Don't forget about me. I put in lots of love too. In fact, the kimono is one of my scales. Whenever you wear it, Master, you and I will be of one mind and one body. How encouraging. One can never have too much love. And you certainly are loved, aren't you, Master? Very well then. I have a gift of my own to share. I spoke with some sparrows on our way here. I asked them if they had any jobs that needed to be done, and they told me something very interesting. The Enmate is run solely by Madame Benienma and her 9 apprentice sparrows, but they're currently shorthand thanks to the demonic monkey's mischief. I was further told that they have 3 specific jobs that they require doing. First, procuring fresh high-quality ingredients from the mountain and river. Second, procuring lumber, as they use it for firewood, making repairs, and so on. Third, chasing away the demonic monkeys, who have been up to no end of mischief as of late. So what do you think? Doesn't that third one sound like something we could get started on right away? That's perfect, as warriors getting rid of demonic monkeys would be right up our alley. And since it was our own failings that brought about this precarious situation, it's only right that we fight ourselves to the bone, even without pay. One might even say that this will bring a whole new meaning to the word payback. Forgive me, my tongue is not nearly as sharp as Moral Talk's blade. I think it's best if you leave the wordplay to me from now on, dear Mud. It is decidedly not your forte. Nonetheless, I like your spirit. Now then, if we're going to fight demonic beasts, we should do so in the forest behind the inn. Master, feel free to command dear Mud as you see fit. That goes for me too, of course, since I'm partially to blame for the disturbance at the tribute hall. ... Very well then. I'm officially delegating the field work to you and your team, Dice. In the meantime, there's something that's been nagging at me, so I'm gonna take a look at the inn and see what things are really like here. So we'll be splitting up to cover more ground then? Understood. Come on then, Master. Let's go change into our Enmate work clothes and head outside. Alright. Let's see what's next. Renovating the Enmate. Collect lumber through quests, execute a renovation quest, and the Enmate is remodeled. Continue renovation to increase guest satisfaction. Yeah. Okay, so basically I need to farm for mats, use that basically to do a no battle quest, and yeah. Guest satisfaction increases as the renovation progresses. Tribute points are awarded each day based on guest satisfaction. Whoops. New story quests are unlocked as you acquire tribute points. Each day's tribute points can be claimed from 10 a.m. until 5:59 a.m. the next day. If you do not claim them during that period, they will be lost. Thanks for the follow, Kestrel1992. Also, forgive me for using the super basic alert system. It's I tried changing them out and it wasn't quite working out for me. I don't know what's wrong with the program. Increase guest satisfaction to acquire more tribute points. Okay, let's see here. So, section 3. Yep. Let's do it. Okay, let's see. It's section 3, the start of the daily report. I think we could all use a little break, even though we didn't really do anything. Okay, why don't you all rest up then? I'll go make. Oh, oh, that's a new one. Huh. Looks pretty nice. Thank you, Mash. Tea would be lovely. I've never gathered firewood or cleaned gutters before. It's exhausting. Could have fooled me, seeing how much you look to be enjoying yourself. Well, of course, I mean, I'm working side by side with Master at a hot springs resort. As far as I'm concerned, we're practically on our honeymoon. I do not mind the work either. In fact, I could not be happier that I can be helpful to Miss Benny. However, all the yard work didn't amount to a single scrap of gratitude. That is what you're getting at, isn't it, Tomoe? I couldn't agree more. We don't speed things up soon. Our pigification is all but assured. Start innovating and fast. Director Gordolf is right. Can you think of anything that might help us, Senpai? I say we call Chaldea and ask for help. Now, let us not be hasty. Calling them now would do nothing to resolve this problem. Something tells me he misplaced the communicator. Besides, just imagine what would happen if we return to Chaldea now while we are essentially cursed. Well, on to the next Lost Belt. Say, didn't something happen at the New Year's? Oops. And then bam, we're all suddenly one big herd of swine. Trust me, I know all about these sort of accursed situations. Therefore, I'm exercising my authority to prohibit all communicator usage until this problem is resolved. Now, never mind all that. The real issue is that there aren't any guests at this bloody inn. True, the only guests we've seen here are those who have been staying at the Enmate for years. They may as well be giving offerings every day, but even so, yeah, it's inevitable that their gratitude would fade as their life here becomes routine. The Enmate may be a beautiful inn, but it doesn't seem to have trouble attracting new guests. The whole building is immaculately well kept, but it also feels lonely. I wonder why things ended up this way. Quite, it's undeniably strange that such a miraculous inn would be so bereft of visitors, but we can and should save that discussion for another time, especially since our path forward is now clear. Sure is. How is it clear? Indeed, now we know what the problem is, we can set about fixing it. If there are no new guests coming to stay, we merely go and find some. This inn may be normally inaccessible to humans, but we have quite the surplus of non-human acquaintances. All we need to do is draw upon our bonds, and we should have heroic spirits coming here one after the other. I see, headhunting, but for guests instead of employees. Still, isn't there a limit to how many servants you could attract here with your bonds alone? Yes, even if we assume the Wandering Sea Chaldea base can produce as much magical energy as Chaldea, we would still only be able to reshift one, maybe two more servants to the Singularity. What's more, they would need to come here with Master. And since we can't return to Chaldea right now, I don't believe it's possible to summon from there. So our only choice is to have them come here directly from the Throne of Heroes. But in order to do that, we would need the power equivalent to a Holy Grail. Which is exactly why it will work, Mash. The Enmates naturally attracts all sorts of spirits, right? Then by definition, this whole inn must function as a summoning location. Oh. So how do we get more guests? Simple, attention-grabbing advertising. We tell prospective guests that if they come here, they will find wonderful food, scenery, and service in equal measure. And once the Enmate starts to thrive again, word of mouth will spread, and the more curious heroic spirits will be compelled to come stay for themselves. Now then, what is it we need to do in order to make that happen, Master? Do all the jobs! Haha, thank you for putting it into words that I could not. I'm encouraged to see you haven't let this sudden turn from pleasure trip to work holiday get you down. That's what you want, Master. I have no objections. That said, we'll need to go talk to Miss Benny and get her permission. I'll handle that part. After all, if we're going to make suggestions about how to run the inn itself, in addition to all the yard work, culinary work, and cleaning and fixing up empty rooms, that goes well beyond what most people would consider a part-time job. Now let's see, why don't we start with renovating one of the sealed-off guest rooms? We certainly can't go around attracting guests if we don't have a place for them to stay. As they say, you have to walk before you can run, or clean before you can entertain in this case. Yes, well said, Tamamonomaiha. I wonder why I wonder why your name just rolls off the tongue. Okay. Well then, we know now what we must do. Dice, the first order of business is to make the guest rooms usable. This may be a small step for you, but it'll be a giant leap for me, specifically for ensuring I remain as I am. Go on then, let's get to work, boy. I'll be here to support you as best as I can. A modest pig. Ground meat or the kind. Yeah. Oh shit, I forgot to read. That's probably just a bronze one. Yeah, I'm sure. Actually, wait, hold on. I'm gonna check this real quick here. Collect the bounty of the mountains, bounty of the river, bounty of sparrows through event quests. Ah, so that's just the event currency. Collect event items. Equip the goddesses of glittering snow. The event item drop bonus. Ah, yeah, for the building materials. Tribute points. Oh, okay, so this is just like a point ladder, okay. So, 5 million, 5 million. So literally just keep collecting points, shut up. Goddesses of glittering snow. Increase lumber amount per drop by 1. Okay. Command code, what does this do? Apply immobilize immune 1 time 2 turns to yourself when attacking with the engraved card. Immobilize immune. Oh, so like stun, I guess, and charm. Good foxwife. Increase HP recovery amount by 50% for yourself when attacking with the engraved card. Wait, hold on. Recovery amount by increased HP recovery amount. Okay. It's not actually recovering, it's just increases the amount you actually recover. Okay. Definitely want that stakes. Void Dust, can never have enough of that. Ghost Hunters, whatever. Definitely want the Megatamas and the rings. The bells. Wine, don't really need that. And of course, yeah. And of course the gold foes. Yeah. Yeah, something tells me I'm gonna be spending a long time farming this event. Locked by repairing the old-fashioned smithing room. Okay. I think this was open earlier. Right. Okay, so she has the lumber sea. I'll just use that. I'll tag this in. Increase bounty of the mountains amount. Drop per 1. Okay. Let's go. Actually, should have probably changed waiver for something else. It's fine. Should be fine. Harvesting wild plants, huh? Right, let's see how this goes. It's all riders, so don't really have much of a choice but to bring Dantes. I know it's riders and berserkers. Okay. Might be a bit of a problem, but should be fine. Okay. This takes care of wave 1. Okay. Will I make it? Yeah. I'm just gonna do this just to ensure I make it. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, yeah, he survives. I take care of him very easily. Okay. Yeah, it should be fine. Once all the buffs go up, it should be no problem. Okay, yeah. That makes the most sense. Have Buster card up for the increased damage on the third card should he survive. Let's see, and yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh, it drops bullets. This is like the bronze currency. This is just the lumber. Oh, bullets. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so that's a bronze and lumber stage. Right. Okay. Clearly don't have enough. What I need, 30 lumber and 30 cedar lumber and cypress lumber. Okay. Okay. It's all berserkers. All berserkers, huh? Forgot. What's the best thing for this? Okay. Since they're all berserkers, I think I'll give a specific team a shot. Bring Sieg. Hold on. And where's Hohenheim? There we go. There's Hohenheim. Waiver. Yeah, you and where's Izo? Yeah, Izo. Guess that. And want to run this, I guess. And let's see, okay, where's Black Grail? Give me Black Grail. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, since I'm running the Scotty in the back, I think, yeah, gonna have to swap. And here we go. Okay. Let's see. This is like one turn. Yeah, I might as well do it here. He gain up. Yeah. Okay, hopefully he reaches 50% from this. If not, I could always just trade out the siege for. If not, I could always just trade out the siege for Summer Mordred. Can't remember if she's better than him or not. I only have her MP1 though. Okay, so let's see this. Do I want the attack buff in this? Yeah, I'll apply the attack buff just to be on the safe side. Okay. Black Gray on the attack buff should be enough. Yep. Okay, I'll go here. Back boost. ENP. Yeah. And we just go. Okay, actually got a lower volume. Seems like it might be a bit too loud. Might be drowning out my voice. Okay, should be fine now. FGO is a very loud game. Okay, so that wasn't enough. At least I hit 70% there. Might need another waiver just for that extra attack boost. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We got has a silver currency and more lumber. Okay. Right. And there's any waivers. Okay. That's a waiver, but not not the right CE. I guess filtering it by well, it doesn't really matter since everyone has a. Okay, increase the amount of bounty of the sparrow, bounty of the river. That one's bounty of the mountain, and this is that one's to shop, just all the mountains. I mean all the lumber. What if I like block this? Okay, so it's only CEs now. Okay, let's see. Have it. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got. Actually, could I do it with you? Okay. I wonder. I do wonder. Gonna see if I can get away with Hokusai. Alright. Yeah. If this doesn't work, I'll just go back to Sieg. Just curious to see if if I can farm this with a foreigner. I guess it doesn't really matter since I'm trying to 3-turn it, but yeah. Okay. Okay, so she has her own 30%, plus I got a waiver in the back lane, that's a 70%. Gonna see how much she recovers from this. Let's see. Alright, and it's a... wow. Only a 30%, huh? 34%. Okay. It's still fine, just, I don't know, kind of expecting / hoping it'd be a bit more. Let's see, wait, hold on. That sounds about right. Okay. That should definitely do it. So, not a very consistent run since probably requires face cards on the Hokusai. But, I mean, I guess I gotta check to see how much this one. How much she takes out on Vlad. Right. So, yeah. Let's see how she fares here. Okay. Okay, so he survives by very little. Okay. That's way less than how... That's way less HP left over than Sieg Zone MP. And I did get to 3-turn it. Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure. What would I have to change? Okay, I want this. Okay, let's see here. Blessed with MP5 Hogusai, really? Wow. Oh, okay, yeah, this guy's a whale. Never mind. No. That's not what I meant. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so honestly, I don't think there's much I can change. Okay, let's do this here, and okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Swap waiver here. Deck boost. It's 30%. 30. Okay, yeah. You'll make it. Okay. Let's see how well Hohenheim's NP hits the third enemy without any face cards. Okay, so he clearly he survives very little. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I already did the attack boost waiver, so that's fine. I'm gonna do another attack boost. And wonder if okay, she'll give him a defense down like this. Wonder if it's should be enough. Definitely gonna be enough. Yeah, his team seems fine. Nothing else. I don't really have much of a reason to switch out. Okay, let's see. Can I get a waiver with the Shopsy? Come on, waiver with the Shopsy. Ah, there we go. That one works. Okay, yeah. Oh, he killed him that time. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, that just takes care of that. That should be fine. Drop the fence down. And this should do it. Okay, so that's 147. As well as 83 there. Gonna check to see how much I need for that next section to open up. Let me claim. Let me claim. Let me claim. I'm gonna go in progress, which is 30 friend point summons. We can do that right now. Nope. Okay. Wait, what's this? Yeah, Li Shuen, Benny. Oh yeah, New Year. I just forgot that was going on. And then story. Okay. So I got 30 there. Tree Palace. Nope. That ain't it. And is that? Okay, that's the other lumber. Okay, so our riders here. What's that? Yeah, that's a bronze. This is a bronze materials. Yeah. And I need to refresh it. Wonder if there's anything else down here. I'll give this one a shot. Okay, so gotta give this team a shot, see how well it goes. At least as far, yeah. Just to take a break from the usual arts farming. Okay. There you go. I mean, hopefully it recovers at least 30%. It'd be kind of a problem if it didn't. Actually, wait, no. Should have done her MP on the second wave and have Hohenheim in this wave. Oh no, I think I messed up. Yeah, this guy's a rider. Yep, I messed up pretty bad. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna waste my time. Just gonna back out, try it again. Um, let's see. Uh, you. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. No reason not to. Yeah, it turns out I really can't use it for farming this. I'll just go back to tried and true. I'll be fine. One survived. Huh. Yeah. I wasn't really expecting that. Gotta say, that was not really my list of predictions of what could happen. So yeah, that was interesting. Oh, that's right. Yeah, writers. Yeah, guess it's just back to good old reliable. No, not you. Yeah, I'll just have you passively collecting bond there. Yeah. Here, hold this for me. Perfect. Actually, wait, hold on. Just gonna. Okay, perfect. On the rule and the quick boost. Alright. Let's see. Thank goodness for the Avenger passive. Allows me to hit 50%. Okay. 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 Boost. That's down. If it's down, more like attack boost. And yeah. I should do it. Survives, but it's fine. Pretty much any Dante's card can ensure that last turn is a clear. Okay. I should have enough to continue to move on. So that's what I'll do. repair that thing with the really long name that I couldn't quite read. Renovate and maintain, repair the old-fashioned sitting room, plus 500 satisfaction. Oh, okay, that's not actually... Oh, I thought it was a story thing, but guess not. Okay, here's the story node. Okay, the section 4, the first customer. Here I thought I would step out and loosen my sword arm about a familiar mountain, only to find myself at a hot springs inn instead. I must have crossed a certain boundary without realizing which bond called to me. No doubt I will be unable to return should I cross this bridge, but then it's not every day one has the chance to be spirited away. Hey, I get it. Whichever way this turns should make for a good drinking story. Dice, cheap, you fixed up that guest room to make it usable? Just doing my job, cheap. Chirp. Tom did tell me you would be doing some large-scale renovations, but I'm still surprised at how fast you work. Guess I'll have to reconsider the way we do things around here. After all, the more rooms we have available, the more guests will show up. Oh? Pardon me, am I correct in assuming this is a hot springs inn? I guess looks like someone showed up already, senpai. Chirp, thank you all for coming this way, sir. ... Is something wrong, sir? Actually, may I ask which god you might be? I can tell from your face that you've seen a lot of bloodshed. I have no intention of being judgmental, but it's also my job to keep all my other guests safe. Honored traveler, this is a place of healing and hot springs. If you mean to purify yourself, Chirp, I suggest you try another inn. I assure you, madam, you have me wrong. I've killed not a single person in life. I'm simply a humble mountain dweller who ended up a servant purely by mistake. I have no intention of causing a disturbance, nor am I beset by would-be rivals seeking a challenge. I merely happened upon this inn by chance, or perhaps by a stroke of karma. At any rate, I am quite taken with this solitary atmosphere. Might you have a room available? A servant, Chirp? Does that mean you're a heroic spirit familiar like the ones Dice mentioned? Indeed I am. Madam, did you just say Dice? Kojiro, so you're the one who came here. Welcome to our inn. I see, so it's not my bond to an inn that led me here, but my bond to a human. You must tell me how this came to be another time. Madam, would you be so kind as to show me to my room? I would rather my acquaintances not see me while I am exhausted. I must first rid myself of the grime accumulated on my journey. Ha ha ha. Chirp! I'll show you to your room then, Chirp. Here, let me take your bed, Chirp. There's something suspicious about that man. You say you know him? Yeah, we do. His name is Kojiro, and the fact that he knows us must mean that he's one from Chaldea. I see. I can't put my feather on it, but there's something about him that irks me. Wandering samurai like him or Miss Musashi always smell like trouble. Huh? Musashi's here? She's not here anymore, Chirp. She did stay here once, but I banned her for causing too much of a ruckus. Though I suppose you could say she's still lingering around in one sense. Anyway, pay it no mind. I'm willing to let that suspicious-looking samurai stay here. I already promised Tamo and the others that I wouldn't interfere with your work. Besides, all the cleaning you've been doing has been a big help. So go ahead and do whatever it is you need to do. As long as you conduct yourself properly, I'm sure Lord Enma wouldn't mind. It's great, senpai. Now we have an official approval to renovate Enmate. We keep proving at this rate, I'm sure we'll be able to gather enough gratitude in no time. Let's do this thing. Okay, it's a mountain. Right. So, where's my next one? Unlocked by repairing the spacious sitting room. Okay, spacious sitting room requires that much and that much. A What's this need? Okay. This is for tribute unlocking. Okay, this is Lancers and Berserkers. Okay, it's interesting. Gonna go, okay, since this is Lancers, I know exactly what I'm gonna bring. Going to bring you. And you. And you. Where's Okada? There you go. Okay. Kaleidoscope. Okay. And yeah, you carry this. And yeah, that should be fine. Okay, swap suit. Chicken ready. Task: fishing river fish. I'm real late. Probably won't stream for that long. Maybe like 2.5, 3 hours tops. Okay, then we just go fire off that MP. Okay, the MP alone should be enough to kill the big guy. I'm confident in that. Oh wow. I didn't expect it to survive with that much, but whatever. Let's see. Flower loving goddess. Okay. I should be able to make it with this. Alright. That's probably my fastest run yet. Okay, 24. Oh, fish. This okay, this is what's it called? Kayaki lumber. Yeah, it's definitely different from the other two I've been collecting. Check it real quick. Okay, so I need yeah, 30 of the teriyaki and the other one from the one on the left, I'll need another 30. Actually, no. It's a waiver who I want. Waiver. Okay, that works. Alright, it's this. Okay. 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 Da da da. All right. Uh, 56. Okay. Don't really need to repeat this anymore. At least not for now. Okay, so now I need the wooden ones. I mean, I guess they're all wood, but you know. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right. Let's see, which cards do I get here? Yep. No, not this cards. I wonder. All right. Yeah, this should be fine. This is clearly not fine. Great. Let's see here. Do I have anyone better? Semi has a 30%. So yeah, but she doesn't fill up like Mordred. Yeah. Actually, this made me wonder how good is the Mordred team here. Okay, gonna try see if my big brain plan actually works. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Think I'll switch in. Do a defense down. I mean, at least I got Mordred cards, so yeah. Okay, so not the best team, but for this particular area, at least from what I'm gathering. Back boost. How does Waver have got more stars than Mordred? Yeah, don't really quite get it. That's really weird. What's this? Yeah. Yeah, it's enough. It's enough. Wait, it's not enough? It's 40. What? 36. Oh man, so close. Oh, so close. Do I not have any other quick servants for this? Yeah, I guess not. I guess not. As far as assassins go, yeah, it's just straight up not gonna work. Hmm. I could try Nito, but yeah, no, too risky. It's Rider node, so yeah, that's a problem. Actually, wait, hold on. I think you... how much is that, though? Yeah. I don't really understand, but yeah. Going back in. Not like I can afford to level up Okita now, especially with Murasaki so close. Okay, did that. Okay, prepping the stars for the wave 2. I'm definitely gonna need a strong crit for that node. Alright. Alright, this will make things go much faster. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Look at that. Defense downs. Hold on. Much better. That's way better. Alright, and with that, should be enough for the next node. Okay. And that's just for repairing, not a story mode as I saw, a story node as I saw earlier. Plus 1000 satisfaction. Caldea Warrior Part 1. Let's see. Of course, is restricted. Okay, so it's those and one more character for my party. Okay, so it's a Zerker, Lancer, and a Caster. I'm thinking Abby. Yeah. These two would be the main attackers. Abby would be there largely for support. And it just makes sure that the Berserker actually goes down quickly. It's 6 o'clock, time to wake up. The day starts so early here. Sound of the brook battling outside, the singing of the early morning birds. It certainly is a peaceful morning, isn't it, Senpai? Oh, don't worry about the futon. I'll put it away so you can focus on getting ready. We still have another 20 minutes until we're supposed to meet up, so we should still have time to relax with a cup of tea before we head to the lobby. Thanks, Mash. I think I'll go wash my face then. Good morning to you two. You're both right on time again. God, I'm still a little sleepy. Something about Emate forces servants to manifest like we have normal lives, almost like an incarnation. We get hungry, we have to sleep at night, and it's especially hard when you have low blood pressure. Perhaps there's a bounded field or something similar that keeps the end rooted in the laws of the spirit world, despite existing in reality. Whatever the reason, it does feel like we servants have returned to our living bodies here. It really does. It takes me back to when I still went by Mizukume. The Enmate isn't just a mountain inn, it's an inn of the spiritual world. Travelers that end up here aren't lost. They're wanderers who happen to step into another world. One day you'll find yourself cut from your own world and enjoy a period where you never age a day. Hello again, Kestrel 1992. And when you decide to finally go back to your own world, you find that decades have passed. It's a textbook example of being spirited away, just like the Dragon Palace or the Peach Blossom Spring. I see, that sounds much like one of our own stories, though ours involves a type of changeling where a human child is kidnapped and turned into a fairy. Oh hey, that's just like in Fire Emblem Heroes, Book 4. Fairies have their own unique way of seeing things and will sometimes lure humans into their world. Such humans become ageless while in the other world, but they inevitably pay the price for their dream all at once upon returning to reality. Are you speaking of Nog, Land of the Young, Fionn Makamale? No, nothing like that. Tir na Nog, maybe the Land of Fairies, but it is still part of our world. Oh, you're doing the remnants then. Yeah, I heard those can get pretty hard, especially Shimosa, but they're also a lot of fun to do. I especially enjoy Shimosa myself. It's merely detached from it, much like a reality marvel, or like a dream being held by the planet. Whatever that dream is, a good or a bad one, depend on what the fairy in question happens to like. So fairies were responsible for changelings? Then I suppose we can add knowledge of fairies to things you excel at. Of course, you did manage to take one for a wife. I take it she was drawn to those golden locks of yours? Huh, I can tell you about Sadab some other time. It's difficult to stop once I begin talking about her. At the moment, we are here to discuss the Enmate. Have any of you learned anything since our arrival? Yes, my lord. The demonic monkeys have been engaging in mischief on a much wider scale than we thought. They attack the sparrows throughout the mountain and interfere with their efforts to collect the so-called bounties of the mountain and the river. They even sneak into the inn to cause trouble here. One threw mochi at me while I was waxing the halls. The demonic monkeys running about are certainly a problem, but the Enmate itself has issues as well. First and foremost is as we all know by now, the drought of customers. It is also because of that drought that many of our inn's facilities have been closed off. Makes sense. No point in paying to run a store when there's no one around to use it. Even all the way out in a remote spirit world, there's no escaping personal cost and utility bills. The Enmate is currently only operating within the bare minimum of facilities. That may not be an issue at the moment, but if we're going to bring in more guests, we'll also need to bring back all the other facilities. It was painful to see that the big kitchen was closed. True, but you can understand why they don't need it with so few guests. Besides, Miss Benny's the only one here who can cook. All the apprentice sparrows can do is serve the guests with their food. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now, button it up. We're almost at the lobby. Alright, Madame Benny Enma's morning assembly. I wonder what kind of job she'll give us today. Kind of excited to see what my next shift will be. Alright, let's see what's going on. Chirp, chirp, good morning. Is everyone here? Chirp! Oh! All Cavaliers present. Excellent. Sparrows, go ahead and start the general cleaning of the inside as per usual. Make sure you all do the Enmate proud. Chirp! Yes, ma'am. As for you, Chaldeans, today I'd like you to gather ingredients. We had several more guests now that Now that when you arrived, so we need to restock our larders before we run out. I may have mixed feelings about bringing outsider heroic spirits to the historic Enmate, but as our guests, we can't have them going hungry. I'll take it. I'll take you to the good hunting grounds, so make sure you bring your best. Chirp chirp. Are you coming too, Benny Enma? Yes, because it's dangerous outside in these parts. Just because you're working here doesn't mean you're not still my guest, Dice. As the Enmate's proprietress, it's my duty to do so. Chirp. It's an honor to study under you, Benny Enma. No need to make a big deal of it. I just can't help but feel bad that you're in this predicament. So, besides the monkeys, there are still some rather vicious beasts at the hunting grounds. So, I want all of you to come along. You don't say. What excellent news. My blades have been yearning for a worthier foe than those monkeys. Rest assured that you'll be safe with me, no matter how many of these mountain beasts try to attack. Feel free to relax and enjoy the walk, Lady Benny Enma. We Knights of Fianna will take care of everything. Oh no, no matter how many try to attack us, you say. Wait, hold on. That is most reassuring. I look forward to seeing what you're capable of, dear Mud. You certainly are eager to rush the danger, aren't you? Cheep cheep, what is it about dual wielders that make them so reckless? Alright, let's see. Oh, so it's like a wave of each class. Okay, hold on, what's this? Star Basket Small. Increase attack, 3 turns. Increase buff removal resistance for 1 turn. Increase MP gauge and restore HP of all allies and enemies. Okay. Decrease defense and decrease crit rate. Apply MP seal and for all enemies. Restore HP for all enemies. Okay. Mind's Eye Fake. Yeah, this is just evade. What does he have? MP gain and defense. Crit star gather and crit stars. Mana burst jump. Okay. I think it just makes the most sense to start with that. And I don't know. Just the Deerma chain. Ah, he lived. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think I'll just go with 2 out of 2 cards being Benny. Oh wow. That took care of him. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Go with that. A little bit of more MP. Single target? Or, okay, single enemy. Right. Berserkers are up next. Probably want to save some of my skills for that. Yeah. This makes the most sense. That's a whole lot of debuffs. I'll just activate a chain of his. it's not. Okay, it's not that type. Okay. It's a quick MP. Okay. That means I want to do this quick boost. What did this do again? Okay. Let's see. Oh, I could have done hers. Well, whoops. This makes the most sense. Okay, I wasn't expecting her to actually beat it that quickly. Okay. Actually, yeah. This makes the most sense. Alright. Let's see what's next here. That was awful. I know how you feel. Well, at least I somehow managed to survive. Beast or not, facing such powerful demon boars is a frightening prospect. Still a good experience. Well done. You do rely on brute strength too much, but I can see from your form that you spend a lot of time training. I'm also glad you didn't have to skip your leg lays. Jumping about is perfectly fine in my book. I'm surprised there are many vicious beasts here. They're actually much more docile now. Back in the Enmate heydays, divine beasts and phantasmals ran rampant over these mountains. But these days we've stopped getting guests. Fate has weakened and humans don't wander here anymore. Shinjuku wasn't that bad, at least compared to the other Epic of Remnants. I think the hardest fight is definitely the ones against an Avenger, but yeah, even if you don't have BB, you can always just grab a BB off support and have a much easier time than we did when Shinjuku first came out and moon cancers weren't a thing yet. Yeah. But yeah, if you don't feel like you're quite up par to handle Shinjuku, then yeah, just take a moment to power up servants for taking on, cause yeah, the epic remnants are optional, so you don't actually need to do them. And yeah, they're definitely some of the harder story content in the game, so you definitely want to go in prepared. Well, hey, look on the bright side. The mountain's never been more peaceful, right? And as for the lack of guests, I'm sure Dice will figure something out. So please don't worry, Miss Benny Enma. You got it all well at hand. I'm surprised you were so confident, Chirp. You do understand that I'll be turned into a pig with everyone else if you fail, yes? Well, Konkon, that's because I trust Master implicitly. He did succeed at repairing all of humanity once, even if he did have a lot of miraculous help. And good things come to those who do good deeds. So, no, I'm not worried whatsoever. I see. In that case, I'd like you Chaldeans to keep gathering ingredients. The sparrows are good at working together when it comes to fighting giant beasts, but Kind of new with the account that was just given to me. Oh, okay, I see. Well, yeah, if you're new, then yeah, don't worry too much about the Epic Adventures. Just power up your servants until you're ready to tackle more end game level content, I would say. I'll hold them back with covering fire, Chirp, without worrying about collateral damage. I'm just gonna make sure I stay alive to fight another day, Chirp. Let's go show him a thing or two, partners, Chirp. No intention of actually going. They're rather helpless against opponents who are just a little bit bigger than they are. You see, so that's why I have so much trouble with the monkeys. One day they start to be a problem. They've been around for the past 100 years, but I didn't start making all this fuss until recently. They all came to Enmate to seek refuge after the human world became uninhabitable, Cheap. I feel for them as they don't have anywhere else to go, so I don't want to exterminate them. Chirp chirp, but I may have to if they keep getting more violent. Oh, but I shouldn't be talking about this with guests. I'm going to head back to Enmate now, Chirp. You've all been working very hard, so tonight I'm making wild boar hot pot to replenish all your energy. So Benny Enma even cares about the well-being of the demonic monkeys. I know our first priority is lifting our curse master, but I still can't help but wonder what sort of problems the Enmate itself is facing. Right, that seems to be the end of that story node. Yep, okay. Let's go a quartz. What's the next one? Cedar lumber. Okay. Guess I need to collect 80 of those and then 40 each of those two. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can do it with NP1 Dantes. Don't know if I will, but it's worth a shot. Wait, wow. I actually completely forgot about this. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have max kaleidoscopes, unfortunately. Alright, just barely managed to recover there. I was just barely managed to work with that. Okay, definitely want to do this to hit that sweet 50. Okay. Yep, that makes the most sense. And then... oh no. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of bad. Yeah, just had a feeling there would be a problem here. Alright. Oh wow, that actually worked. Yeah. let's boost the attack and just do that. Just goes by much faster than just firing off the MP. Okay. Wait, I already have 145 of those. Huh. Okay. So I don't need to farm that anymore, at least for now. Okay, so I need the lumber. Okay. How much we got here? Okay, so that's 21. And that, I think maybe one more run should be good enough for that particular material. Alright, let's go in with this. Okay. Is it okay if I add you as a friend? Sure, go ahead. Just post your friend code in the chat. I'll add you in after this. Okay. Dun. Right. Okay. It's a 56. Got enough there. Okay. So, user search. Let's see here. It's a 9, a 4, and a 6. 8, 9. 4, 6, 6, 5. Okay, Kestrel. Yep. Whoa, hold up. Yeah, my only recommendation so far is to just remember to split up the different support pages, like one for normal and one for event. Yeah, it's all good. I'll send a request to you. It's like, okay, just use this now. Okay. Okay, and the next one is that, which is up here. Okay. Pretty sure there should be one more, so I'll just use bronze. Okay. Gonna go with the Mordred for this run. Alright. Okay. Okay. Flower loving goddess. Let's see. And Buster up. Okay, yep, that's definitely enough. Okay. Go down here. Let's see, what did I repair here? The elegant sitting room. 1500 plus 1500 satisfaction. Oh wait, whoops. No, not yet. Okay. Part 2. Distinguished guest. What's the event quest? Yeah, I guess I'll do this. Unknown servant. Yeah, I'd rather not use that. There's the other waiver. Yep. If I just use this. Only berserkers. Yeah, it's fine. Mordred loop works perfectly fine for enters of berserkers, which luckily this event seems to have plenty of. We're slowly starting to get more guests here. I wonder what sort of people we'll get to meet next. Can't wait to find out. Me neither. Hello, is anyone here? Oh, I came for the lobby. Let's go see who it is. Remember, we need to be prompt but not hasty. So this is an Eastern-style hotel. Oh my, it's beautiful. I feel like I'm standing inside a gorgeous red rose. It's Mary. Look, Senpai, our new guests are Mary and Anastasia of all people. My, you two have lovely taste in clothes. Welcome to Enmate. I'm honored to hear you like it. Say what happened to the rest of the French crew. I asked them to stay behind this time. It's good to mix things up every now and then. At any rate, this Enmate place certainly is red. Oh, do you not care for red? No, not especially, but it's okay. I know in my heart that rose red and blood red differ. I'm sure this is just my own issue. Is that you? Alright, nice. Just feel free to use all my servants to clear through any remaining remnants you might be left to do. Here, let me take your badge for you. What do you do? Pack everything you own? I'm sorry, I just can't seem to get the hang of traveling light. Strange. Still, it's never been a problem up till now. Let me carry bags. Oof. Here, I'll help. Hup. That certainly is a lot of luggage. Why don't we assist them as well, my lord? Of course we will. We handsome men are honor-bound to carry a lady's bags for her. Every escort knows that. Wouldn't you agree, Sir Gordolf? You're including me in this? I'm a noble, you know. I've never carried my bags a day in my life. Yet this is even truer for nobility. Ladies such as these two are the kind that gentlemen are meant to support. Yes, there may seem to be a large wagon's worth of luggage here. What better opportunity to prove your manliness? Come now. I've always been the brains of this operation, not the brawn. Besides, I don't think it's appropriate for Commander to be carrying luggage. Oof. So you already know these guests. That's good to hear. Alright, please show them to their room. Chirp chirp, right this way. Ah, what a cute little bird. Thanks, cheep cheep. My V is cute too. Why doesn't anyone else seem to see that? Maybe because his eyes are kind of terrifying? What? No, they're not. I have to agree. V's mystic eyes are very distinctive, especially his eyelids. Indeed, he may look like an innocent little doll, but he can't fool me. I suspect he's secretly an elemental, and one that wandered here from a lost belt, no less. He's like a walking bottle of nitroglycerin, just waiting to go off. Cute? Absolutely not. Sniff. It's okay, V. I know how cute you really are, better than anyone. Oh my, this is the suite? I'm very sorry. I'm afraid the Enmate suite is currently unavailable. What? But I was so looking forward to seeing what a Japanese suite was like. I wanted to bring in lots of geisha girls and drink sake and live it up while I'm still young. I had no idea this Grand Duchess was worldly minded. We don't have geisha here anyway. Chirp! I think you have us confused for another kind of establishment. Still, sweet or not, the scenery is just beautiful. It's like something straight out of a postcard. True, it is lovely. Oh look, there are monkeys here too. Ah, hey, why are you even looking this way? I've heard Japanese monkeys are very comfortable around people. Perhaps they're looking for food. Okay, here you go. They just threw a mud ball at her. Oh no, this is terrible. Ook, eek, eek, ook, eek, eek. They look like they're cheering in delight. Mischief is one thing, but I won't have them going after guests. I promise swift punishment. Wait, please. Yes? Anastasia, please keep calm. Yes? I've always thought you were at your coolest, when you're keeping a frosty visage. I don't think I've ever seen Mary look so worried. She isn't even smiling anymore. I'm fine, really. I've always made sure to pay back my debts 100 million-fold since I was a child. That's how we do things in Russia, and how I do things personally. Wait, 100 million? She just scooped the mud ball back up together. Did she just put something inside of it? Ook, eek, 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 eek. Here we go. Ook, eek. The monkey she hit went flying. It's spinning like a corkscrew. What an incredibly underhanded throw. How did she get such sheer destructive force out of it? I share your confusion. The underhand throw usually excels at curving, but at the cost of speed. So then, how did she... Got it. She put a rock in it. A rock? Gems, actually. As in jewelry? What a waste. And isn't that rather cruel and unusual? Oh, Anastasia, I was afraid this would happen. Those monkeys put mud in my face, both figuratively and literally. I cannot let them leave here alive. Now, on that note, Master, I'll make sure to back you up from here. So I'd like you to help me eradicate them. Okay? Okay. I mean, I don't have you on my team, but whatever. I'll do my best to help out, but can we just settle for just driving them off? Teehee, I'm not too proud of this, but during a snowball fight with my older sister, I once packed a bunch of snow around a large stone and knocked her right off her feet with it. Are you sure you're not proud of that? Well, I did end up crying a bit when I saw her lying on the ground. But if these monkeys want a mudball fight, I'll give them a mudball fight of their lives. Alright? Nice. Okay, actually probably shouldn't have done that. Whoops. Yeah, I should probably... Actually, oh wait, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, there's 4. Anastasia's Mudball. Alright. Okay, there's the demonic monkey. HP down. Yeah, it'd just be faster to do this. Alright. That was a hard fight, though not for the usual reasons. So many mud balls, like artillery. I had no idea princesses from other countries were so savage. What a waste of a lovely outfit. Oh my, I'm so ashamed. I was just so furious that I didn't know what came over me. Well, you did have a mud ball thrown at your face. Suppose I can't blame you for being upset. I'm so sorry, Master. I apologize for dragging you all into this. Don't worry, it's all mud, water under the bridge now. I'm relieved to hear that. Thank you. At any rate, Mary and I still plan on staying at the Enmate for a nice long while. Oh yes, so if you ever need our help with anything, please don't hesitate to ask, okay? We'd be happy to come to your aid, no matter what the problem might be. Am I the only one here who thinks they could help us the most by just staying put in their room? Alright, that's it. Guess that's it. For that section of story. Okay, no quest. It's the next story quest. Okay, it's section 3. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna end things here for today. For now. Cause yeah, it's getting. I'd like to continue, but it's getting pretty late. Yeah, but yeah, I'll come back, continue this around 5 ish in my time zone. 5 p.m. I mean. So yeah. So thank you guys for anyone out there for watching, and yeah, I guess I'll see you later today.